luckily I had another angel that I wasn't expecting, and it came through clutch, man. So I I got my AirPods on, and when someone texts you, I had everyone muted but my wife, and my wife texted me, and she's like, I think she mentioned something around the words like, "Oh, you should be around here. I'm tracking you," and she goes, "I'm so proud of you. Like Isaac is so happy for you." Like just words that got me so emotional, man. They got me emotional, and it reminded me that I can do this. It gave me a moment of clarity of, yeah, stop acting like what,
Get her
and get
done.
your and get your butt going. And man, I got emotional and I tear. It was joy, but it was also like letting go of the pain that I had
Yeah.
and just go forward, man. It meant a lot. It meant a lot, and I had no intention of having that come through my ears. Like I wasn't expecting it, but it came when it needed to come. I don't know how that happened, but it meant everything to me, and it meant everything to me in that race. And at that moment, I kept going, man. I kept moving. I was going at a slow pace, but I was not walking it, and we were just cruising. And I found someone that I was running with, or someone that I saw there, and we were both pushing each other. It was their first marathon as well, and through conversation, we were just keeping each other motivated. And now that was my pacer, and we were both pacing each other. And then with time, we just started creating a space. But then it's funny how the world works. Someone else shows up, and Fitz shows up from the bushes again, and Fitz is there for the last mile and a half,
I
I want
might
to
insert
say.
like a ninja picture or something in here.
All this I'm talking about happened from mile 22 to like mile 24, It sounds like 2 miles, like nothing, But once I got to 24, the importance of 2 miles is everything to me, man, because I knew at that point, that's it. This is what I do best. I do 2 miles in my sleep. I do this every day. 2 miles is easy to me. And so that is in my head, I'm like, man, here we go. These are the 2 miles. That's all I need to do. Then I see Fitz. I mean, like, man, all the stars are aligning for me right now. And that's it. The last, mile and a half, you were there for me. And I don't know how to say this, but I remember the last half marathon, I collapsed, right? I literally fainted because I gave it my all. And I did not want that to happen this time around. I did not feel like I was going to faint, but you were in my ear and you said, for this next point 0.6 or whatever it was, I need you to just hit the gas and don't look back. And in my head, all I thought about was collapse, collapse, collapse. Like, I'm going to collapse. I'm going to get that, and I want to finish the race. I just don't want to collapse. But why not? I've been training for this, and I can do this. And so I pushed it. You guided me to the end, and I ended up pushing everything that I had left in the tank out, and I crossed that line, and I did not faint. I actually felt good. I needed to eat something right away, though, so I hit up those pancakes that were not great, but I tore it up. But I did it. I did it, and it was unreal. It was unreal because during that process, I'm telling you, man, from mile 22 to like 24, it sounds so easy. It's just but it was so difficult, like mentally that you're doubting yourself. Why? I'm at 22 miles. I'm good. Who else can run 22 miles? Let's stop here. It's easy to stop here. Why not just stop? You know.
Yeah.
But that taught me that there's going to be obstacles in life. There's going to be things that I got to deal with, and I got to push through. And the marathon prepared me to see the end goal. We used to work together, and we used to talk about presentations a lot. And one of the things that you always said was always keep the end goal in mind, you know? And so throughout this whole race, that needed to be kept in mind,
Yeah.
finishing this race, and the end goal was to get this done. And we got it done, man. We got it done. It was emotional, man. It was unbelievable. And the support system was insane, man, because we had just finished. I had just crossed. And as I'm crossing, by the way, my wife and son couldn't make it. They had COVID. They were really sick, and obviously, I might have had COVID too, by the way, but my they couldn't make it. But Gabe's wife and daughters were there, and they saw me run, and they were screaming my name as I'm emptying the gas tank, and so I ate my pancakes real quick, went to go see them. You already had turned back to go get Gabe. And
Yeah.
I started walking towards you guys, and I realized that wasn't a good idea. But I tried to walk towards you guys, and I wanted to see Gabe cross that line too, man, because Gabe put in a lot of work. Gabe, very proud of Gabe as well too, so it was good to see him cross the line. I crossed the line. My brother crossed the line as well. My brother's another one, man. I don't even know how this guy did this. Like he had like a little like turbo pack, that he unleashed mid race.
I gotta invite some of these guys on, but yeah, for your brother. Funny enough, he mentions I coached both of those guys in that race, and like the one thing I will say with your brother, man, is not to pit anyone against each other, but he was like the silent one. He was like, hey, let's not share my runs, let's not post anything, let's just work. And it's funny, I think 2 weeks in, I was like, man, just working with him, I got to change the approach for him because he is different. Like, it's weird. I can't to this day kind of quite picture it, but we figured out a cadence on like, no pun intended there, on how to get him to run. And it was more effort based than miles and pace. And like 6-8 weeks in, it was just like, I'm like, whoa, this guy's progressed so much. And I knew before he started that race that he was going to have a good race, man. But, talking about that in support system, that's what I wanted to ask you. So you make it through the race, and you have one of the best finishes, I would say, ever, when it's like, it's still a goal, a dream of mine too, when you get to do a marathon with your buds, man, and family, and just finish the race and you guys are in it together. Like, what was that like? You finished the race, you're having the toughest time to mile 22, 24, which by the way happens to everyone. Like, those are the toughest miles. Anything after 20, we obviously strive to be in the greatest fitness ever so that we can push on, and that could be on to the next goal. But those are some tough miles nonetheless. You finished, you got the fan there, you got friends. What was that like, having everyone there to celebrate with?
Yeah, man, it felt it felt good. The initial moment is I got to take it in myself, man. I just got to like, well, first off, I'm checking for engine lights, man. I'm checking for like, do I still got legs? Like
Yeah.
am I still good here? And once you check all that and make sure you're good, you just take it in and you look back and like, man, you start like breaking these runs or this run into segments. Like, man, all this to get here to this moment. You take it in and it feels relieving. It feels like you accomplished something that wasn't supposed to be accomplished, and it, it just, you can't describe it, man. You can't describe it because I didn't think I could do it. We started this podcast saying I would never run a race,
Yeah.
and you know, you know, even a marathon at that point is wasn't even in my radar. So, I took a self inventory check, took it all in, appreciated that moment. I called my wife immediately, told her what her words meant to me. I called I put my son on there, and she put my son on there. We spoke, and it solidified. It solidified that I had the support from them. It solidified the fact that um, you know, I had the right people around me, with my peers as well. My brother was there. My brother was just like, wow, like holy, you know what, and yeah, man, it was good. It was just good, man. Everyone was, they're running their race, their own journey, and but it was phenomenal. I think we all took a picture at the end, and maybe we should probably share that picture later. But
Yeah,
we
for
were all
sure.
there together. You were in there because you were a part of this as much as we were, and it's funny because these moments, you don't forget, man. You'll know exactly your first marathon, and I remember this. I'll remember that day forever. It'll live with me forever.